It is known that PMP requires a lot of preparation and it's a tough certificate, and there are a lot of conditions to sit for the exam. And among these conditions, there is a lot of education and also experience. In this video, I will try to make things clear by defining the PMP exam eligibility criteria. So first, in order to sit for the exam, you should have formal education, and formal education comes into two categories. Either you have a high school or secondary school or associate's degree or any kind of degree which is less than 4 years of college or university degree. And in this case, you will need 5 years of experience. In the other case, if you have 4 years of college or university degree, such as bachelor's degree or master or PhD, you will only require 3 years of experience. Here, the 3 years of experience within the last 8 years. And same here, the 5 years of experience within the last 8 years. It is possible that you have some gap between these 5 years of experience, but all the experience you have should be within the last 8 years. Here, usually PMI mentions this as 60 months, and here as 36 months. Because once you do the application, the duration of the experience is measured by months, and it's like a countdown. You enter an experience with 1 year and the remaining will be 24 months, and you fill in the application until you fulfill all the requirements for your application. So in order to make it simple, if you are having this 4 years of university degree, you should have 3 years of experience. And if you have these degrees, you should have 5 years of experience, and both within the last 8 years. Okay, until now, it is not sufficient to satisfy the condition to apply for PMP. You will also need the 35 contact hours. What this mean? Actually, this means that you go through a formal education about the topic of PMP and project management, and this formal education should be 35 hours. 35 of formal education. These 35 contact hours could be taken online or on-site. If you have already the CAPM certificate, Certified Associate in Project Management, you don't need an approval for the 35 contact hours. Already having the CAPM will make you eligible to take the PMP if you got these two conditions, one of these two conditions. Now let's talk about some of the questions I always get when it comes to exam eligibility criteria. The first question I get is the title of my position. Is my title permits me to apply for the PMP or not? I am a quality engineer, for example. I am eligible to be a project manager or to apply for the PMP? The answer is yes. Designation doesn't matter. If you have experience as a quality engineer or experience as a software developer, you can still apply for the PMP exam, but you should have some responsibilities in managing projects. For example, here, the years of experience, the experience should be in projects So not necessarily that you are the project manager, but you should be among the project management team. You should have some responsibilities in managing resources, managing the quality, managing the risks, managing the scope of the project, having some relationship with stakeholders, all this kind of stuff. So this is the first question. The second question I got is about the audit. What makes my application audited? And what should I provide if my application is audited? So the answer is, once you apply for the PMP, you don't need to provide your certificate here, or provide a reference here, or provide the certificate of completion of the training here. You don't need to provide any kind of paper. But once you are audited, you need to provide all these justifications. Once you are, the audit process is random. There is no criteria for you to be audited or not. Some people are audited in a random manner. So don't worry if you are audited, just provide the information that PMI requests. If you are not audited, you don't need to provide anything, just you fulfill the application and that's it. The third question is about experience. Does it have to be overlapped? If we say 3 years here, it should not be 2 years, and within that 2 years you work as a freelancer another year and you said that I am eligible. No, it doesn't make the 3 years for your experience. The other question I usually get is the contact hours. Some students already graduated from universities in which they studied project management, and they are asking whether this subject that we studied in the university could be counted as contact hours or not. The answer is not obvious in this case. Sometimes it applies, sometimes not. So you need to check the duration of the module that you studied, and whether this module that you studied is aligned with the project management approach according to the PMI or not. And in some cases it is, and in this case it will be applicable for the PMP. In some other cases, when the course is just introductory to the project management and it is short, not fulfilling the 35 contact hours, maybe it will not be sufficient to use it to apply for the PMP. If you have any doubts about this, you can send a message to PMI, send to the support and ask them about this course that you have taken during the university, and they will provide you with the answer. Same thing for your experience. If you have doubt about some of the experience that you have, or anything that you are having doubt about, just send an email to PMI and they will clarify things. I remember one of my students asked about a university degree that he got in Quebec and that he got in Canada, and he was asking about whether this is classified as a 4 years degree or it is classified as a high school diploma, and he sent to the PMI and PMI replied to them. So you might have this confusion, especially if you are living in some country where the edge, it is not very clear whether you are in this or that set. In this case, I would recommend that you send to PMI, or you can just put a comment here in this video, and PMP certified professionals who already went through this process could answer your questions.